What up, guys?
Seems to be the way we do it.
What up, guys?
Where's the music at?
There's no music. The music's in our hearts, guys.
Yes.
There we go.
It is.
Alright, I'm going to wait for some people to jump on.
We're not waiting for anything.
Oh,
We're going to
shit.
say hi to whoever you are, no
Yes.
one out there.
Yes. We love you.
Lesson
love
number
you
one.
anyway.
Lesson number one. We don't wait.
That's
no,
it.
No, man. No,
Never
no,
wait
man.
for permission to begin.
Yes.
Start now because you're
It's happening because life is now.
Yeah.
Life is now. Okay, but it would be nice if some people did jump on. Okay. Oh,
Still live.
there it is.
We're
There it
still
is.
live.
We're still here.
Still talking.
They couldn't stop
We
us.
already- yes!
We have an eyeball.
We have
They
eyeball.
couldn't stop us, eyeball. Who are you,
Who are
eyeball?
you?
Announce
Share
yourself.
with us. Share who you are. You
Announce
have
yourself.
private one-on-one access right now
Yes,
to
you do.
Preston Smiles and Alexi Panos. Ask us a question.
Yeah.
Do it.
To Eridani. Hey,
Eridani.
darling.
Hey.
Yo.
By the way,
Hey.
guys, we've been hanging out and staying with Emily, and
She
she's
is crazy.
amazingly crazy. No, she's awesome. So I'm not sure how many of you actually know her one-on-one, but she's an incredible
If
human.
you've been in her energy vortex, yeah,
yeah,
she
we've been in her
is.
home, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, a little scary as well.
Yeah.
It's, the house is a little haunted. She's
Still love a sheep.
Yeah, lots of sheep around. Tons of sheep. All right, Hannah's on.
Hannah's on. Hey, darling. Eridani's on. We've
Hi,
got some
babe.
other peeps. Beatrice. Hey, girl.
Woo woo.
She's coming tonight, so you'll get to meet these
Awesome.
amazing cats.
Looking forward to it, Beatrice.
Yes.
Kitty cat.
Thanks for the words, too. That was really sweet.
Yeah,
I didn't
of
tell
course.
them to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
It's on the brief.
You paid
It's on the
us.
brief.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I want to just, because I know people will watch this later. Hey, B. I want to introduce you guys because I know a lot of you guys actually haven't heard of these two, which is crazy. Hey, Maria. It's great. She doesn't actually, but I don't think Preston likes to hear that. But
That makes Preston upset.
this is Preston Smiles and Alexi Panos. They are here and they are our guest speakers tonight for Conscious Boss Clique, which is super exciting. I know a bunch of you girls are going to be there. Hey, Jessie. But for those of you that don't get to have you on the phone headphones? I always get distracted reading,
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
it's
Comment.
yeah. So these guys are actually in town. Of course, to share with us, but also they have an amazing weekend that they're doing that I know a couple of you guys are coming to.
Yes.
I'm going to be there as well.
Yeah,
it's going to get
Bridge.
super real. I've been hearing a little bit about it
It's
from
not a
these
game in
guys.
these streets.
Yeah,
I mean-
just be ready.
It's not a game in these Kiwi streets.
Just be ready.
So I want to actually just give you guys a little bit of a chance to let these people know a little bit about who you are, what you do, and what it is you're kind of up to in the world a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little question.
Yeah, we are sex teachers. We
Lies.
teach.
One thing you'll learn about
This guy is
Preston,
very surprising.
he's extremely silly.
Yes.
Good
So
fun.
yeah, we're authors, speakers, emergent wisdom leaders. We train and facilitate a experiential workshop called the Bridge Experience, which is 2 days of gut-wrenching beauty that
Sauciness.
will knock your socks off in the best way possible.
Yeah, to kind of put into a nice little neat box what we do, Preston and I are deeply committed to not just inspiring people, but empowering them to actually stand in their greatness, stand in their leadership, and stand in their love. Because we believe that we all have access to that. We just maybe need a little dusting off here and there. And Preston and I help facilitate the dusting process. So, we do all sorts of crazy videos online. You can find books, like Preston said. But if you guys want to actually experience our work, the Bridge Experience is an experiential workshop, which means you're not just going to be sitting there. You're going to be getting punched in the face. It means you're not just going to be sitting there writing notes. It means you're actually going to be experiencing the learning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a good start.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been hanging out with these guys for the last couple of days, and they absolutely are the embodiment of what they're sharing, what they're teaching, and I'm half excited, half anxious about this weekend with them after spending a little more time with them. But definitely, I've been getting on-the-fly coaching, which I invite, and I really like. These guys really are like...
Get your life together!
Stop your shut up! The embodiment of it. So yeah, I just wanted to introduce you guys to them. I'd love if anyone had any questions, especially if you guys aren't able to come, tonight, and share.
Sunava.
Yeah.
What up, Abby, Christina?
Yeah, shoot us through any questions that you have for these guys. This is pretty awesome access right now to actually get anything answered. But until maybe you guys want to shoot something through, maybe hit me with like what a lot of people in this group, they're mostly women in business. And as I mentioned to you guys last night, one of the biggest blocks that I see from women is this fear of like putting themselves out there, this fear of judgment, this fear of really stepping up into their business. So maybe can you speak to that if you have anything you want to, because I know a lot of people in this group will have that.
Yeah, I think, you know, I've had that as well as a female. I think a lot of women can relate to that, but the biggest thing is you can read a lot of stuff and you can get a lot of coaching on what you need to do, but there is nothing like putting yourself in the fire and experiencing yourself outside of your comfort zone, and experiencing yourself is still safe and also powerful on the other side. So that's what for us, you know, I mean, we've been talking about you're doing some great speeches coming up, and like you're putting yourself in the fire, you're putting yourself out there, and there's nothing like actually putting yourself out there and seeing what you're really made of. And we facilitate that in the bridge. We give you opportunities to show up in a way in which you're not prepared for, in which you're totally freaked out by, in which all your vulnerabilities, insecurities, and authenticity comes up. And then you get to see and experience and feel what it feels like in yourselves to own who you are in the fullness of that. No matter what comes up, all your shit, all your beauty, all your power, all your wisdom, all your insecurities, own all of it and stand before people. And that's really powerful.
Shit.
She's like,
I just got really scared this weekend.
What I have to say about that, and you know, I get that this is definitely something that comes up for women, but it also comes up for men, and it comes up for people who, you know, have particular medicine to give to the world. And the first thing I would say is to stop making it about you. You know, one of the biggest issues and the thing that stops so many people is it's about them. It's how do I look, and am I smart enough? Am I good enough? Do I know enough? And it's all of this sort of self-centered ego, not integrated feminine and masculine living. And so I would take that finger from here and put it up there and add all the other fingers and see how you can be of support. You know, you're here for service, and there are, and this is our opinion, it's a crime against humanity. Every moment, every day that goes by that you hoard your gifts, that you hide your gifts from everybody because you're making them about whether you have a degree or not, or whether you're good at social media. Like, it's time. The world needs you. There are people that can only hear from you, and yet you're hiding, waiting. That's bullshit. So to me, it's like, shit or get off the toilet. It's like game time. All of us. Yeah, that's 2 times I said shit. Poop is like in the space. I don't know.
Apparently someone needs to take one.
I think it's me.
Clearly. So one of the questions here was, how have you developed the techniques you teach, and who are your teachers? So this is actually a friend of mine, and she's a yoga teacher.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yeah, does Jiva Mukti. Actually, she studied up in New York.
I love Jiva Mukti. Being a New Yorker. So our teachings are a wide array of different things. So it's experiential learning, it's somatic work, which is the wisdom of the body, it's emotional intelligence, positive psychology,
neuro-linguistic programming, it is breath work, it is, I mean, literally anything and everything we are in essence pulling from and then remixing. We call ourselves synthesizers, you know, so ancient wisdom and universal truths come through, and we synthesize and make it sort of chewable and relate it to your lives in the body. You know, to us, what we do is, in essence, the missing link, right? Everybody's trying to solve everything here, but the body is a living library. It stores everything. And so we've been so disconnected from it that we're disconnected from our feelings, we're disconnected from other people's feelings, we're disconnected from the planet. And so our work is a mixture of everything. It's literally like a pot. And then add, Alexi is nuts. I'm very regular and like just like a normal person, and Alexi is crazy. So
that's absolutely what I've seen.
Yes, you add that to the mix, and it's just...
Yeah, but we use all sorts of different therapy. We use movement therapy. We use chaos therapy. We use,
chaos therapy is my first.
Chaos therapy?
You'll learn.
Get your life together!
You'll learn. We use gestalt therapy. We use transactional analysis. I mean, we have pulled from so many different modalities that most people have never freaking heard of.
Sometimes we don't know where it's coming from because we've studied so much. Like this is here's the thing, guys. This is the thing you have to understand. And I was telling Em this the other day. Even with speeches, like, yes, we prepare, but at the same time, we're in the gym every single day.
Yeah.
This is actually what we care about. We're nerds for this stuff.
Like,
so
we spend our time watching documentaries on it, going to courses and classes, and spending months in the gym, like in the lecture room and classrooms.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is our life and it's our love. And rest assured that we don't believe that one modality is the way. We believe because we've studied so many different ones, that's why we call it the bridge. We call it the bridge for other reasons. For those of you who will be there, you'll learn
you'll
why.
figure it out.
But for the surface level, we call it the bridge because we're bridging all these different modalities and all these paths of science and spirituality and ancient wisdom and philosophy and body work. We're bridging all of it together to say, hey, we're a whole human who gets to have integrated learning.
Yes.
And that's where the game really changes. So it is the bridge of all of that.
I love what you were saying just then as well about being in the gym every day, and essentially you guys are nerds for this because it's what you are about.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I know this is a lot of what you speak about as well as integration and what you touch on in the bridge as well. What would you how would you speak to people who in here who are a lot of passion-driven businesses, how I guess they can step into that even stronger so they don't compartmentalize that like this is work, this, I mean obviously there's balance, but work's over here and I'm over here. Do you have any advice to how to like, because obviously that enhances what you guys can create because you're so tuned into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll say this. A consistent drop of water on a mountain can erode the entire mountain. So when it comes to your business, your relationship, your anything, consistency is queen. That's the thing that changes everything. So if you say you want this thing, if you say, I'm here to give this gift to the planet, then you might want to start being as, I don't want to say obsessed, but like
kind of
borderline. Like you get to like go there and be consistent and make it an everyday practice. Whatever you practice more of, you get more of. And so we're continuously practicing what it means to be human, and we're diving into it from every angle that we can see for now.
Yeah, and I want to make a distinction because a lot of people hear obsessed and they're like, oh, so I have to become a workaholic.
No.
And that's not what we're saying at all. Obsession is about you're so passionate about it, you're so enthralled by it, you're so curious about it that you have to learn more, you want to learn more, you have to share, you have to tell people what you know. And that's the obsession that sets apart people who are deep in their mastery of their work and people who are just kind of like trying it out. You can tell. I mean, you can see it in people. You can see it as they share, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you really want to take your business to the next level, the thing that will set you apart is that intangible obsession with what you do. Because people will smell it on you, and they're like, wow, that. I want some of that.
Yeah. Complete commitment.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, totally. I was just going to say something there.
You know what I want to add?
Add.
To this complete commitment, this obsession, is making sure that you're having fun while you're in that process. One of the things that entrepreneurs screw themselves up with in this process is they get so obsessed with the product, with the finished product, that they miss the process, that they miss the journey of what it takes, because it's really about that. It's about who you become on the way. It's not about standing on the mountaintop, because every mountaintop you get to, there'll just be a new one.
Always.
It's about the experience. Am I having fun? Is this fun to me? Remember, creativity. We learn so much more when we're playing, when we're in creative mode. And so moving out of that scarcity mentality where you're rushing and always trying to get there, and moving that into the play and the abundance mentality.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Abby actually asked a question, which is great. What if you don't know what your gift is because you got gifts coming out the arse?
Yeah.
Arse.
Got them coming out the arse over here. We love how you guys talk. So
That's Abby language. That's Abby language.
oh, perfect, awesome. So a lot of people have a lot of passions, and if you're human, that's normal. So the thing we always tell people is try something on.
Yeah.
Try it on like this, like, okay, I'm going to try on passion A. Okay, What would that look like if I did this thing today with Passionate? What would that look like? What would that feel like? What would my days be like? What would my workload be like? And then try on Passion B. And just kind of sit in it for a while. Maybe give yourself 30 days of trying something else, or 60 days to give yourself enough momentum where you're like, this isn't for me, or holy shit, this is it.
Yep.
And here's the thing. The thing we always remind people is you can have a mission, right? Like our mission is to inspire and empower people to step into their greatness. Now, how that manifests, videos, books, workshops,
a million ways.
Speaking, online programs. So it's not just one way. We said we're going to take the mission and do it however the hell that manifests. That might manifest in 5 years as like virtual reality. Who knows? We don't know where that's going, right? So we're open to the how, but we know our why. We know our what and our why. So if you can get clear on your what, like what are you here to do? What are you here to ignite in people and why? Then the how will kind of figure itself out, and it may not look how you think it might look. So be open to how that evolves and unfolds.
And so with, just because I know that would be something that you guys cover in the bridge, and that actually, you know, those questions are actually sometimes really hard to answer.
Yeah.
You know, like what are maybe some really quick ways that people can get a little connected to that, because it's such a buzzword now, like find your passion, all of that, like, and then actually find your gift, and it is actually really tricky for people if they don't find something. How do you maybe...
Here's the distinction. I already know where you're going.
I
already know where you're going, girl. The distinction is... I just lost my train of thought.
Karma.
Wait, it's there.
Distinction.
There it is. The distinction is that a lot of times people are unconsciously playing in this conversation of either or. They think that if I choose this, then I won't be able to do that. Or if I choose this, and it's not that way. Life is continuously unfolding. Sometimes you need to, and I use this ridiculous metaphor, but sometimes you need to, let's just say we're all in Auckland, right? Sometimes you need to go to Christchurch in order to make it to Wellington. Right? When you could just go from Auckland straight to Wellington, but sometimes you need to go all the way to Christchurch to have an experience, to meet the guy, to date the guy, to break up with the guy, to meet his friend, to go through the process, to learn that thing, to build the muscle, to then by the time you get to where you're going, you go, oh my God,
I'm ready.
This is perfect. I'm so grateful that I went through this whole process. And that's what's always happening. It's always unfolding. We are the lotus flower. But the problem is that these limiting false beliefs have us thinking that if we choose one thing, that we'll never have anything else.
Yeah, and the other thing I'll say is get clear on what you value in life. Because a lot of people are doing things that they think are the thing, because essentially they want money or fame or like freedom lifestyle, or, you know, there's so many things now with the internet that we can do. And a lot of us get lost in this idea of, oh, maybe it's this thing I have to do because that's what my friend does, and my friend's got a great business, and my friend's able to travel, so I need to do that thing. And you really want to tune into yourself and say, A, what does my version of success look like? Does it look like walking around barefoot on a sandy beach and being able to ride my bicycle everywhere and living in a small house that I'm not like busting my ass to pay for? Or does it look like having a big house and a nice car and fancy clothes and able to spend as much money as possible? Get clear on the result, like what is success to you, and then get clear on what you value. And when you get clear on those two things, you can go, okay, if I value freedom, love, source energy, growth, contribution, family, whatever your top values are, how do I make that work with my version of success? And when you can align those two and marry those two, then you can just play in that. And the thing I want to remind everyone too is it's not your gifts per se that you're looking for. You are the gift. You're already the gift. You already have it. You have everything here. Now it's just a matter of how is that gift going to manifest and serve and create value in the world for others. And that's really the distinction.
And I think that as well is a big part of, you know, a lot of these people in this group are about that, but I think these days business almost has to have that sense of service. It has to be about something other than just you know, to really even just make it these days in the world we live in, you know.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Which is really great, yeah.
So exciting.
And so finding a way almost to cater to that, I think, in your business too, so that you are
for sure.
somehow being of service.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys, can you comment more and put little hearts and stuff in there?
Preston needs
some validation.
We get fed off of your energy. We need to know that you're not dead on the other side of there. So just be like, yeah, girl, got it, right? I grew up in the black church.
And
so
Preston,
I'm very,
I think that one will go if they didn't touch it. There we go.
We got some reminders.
So share with us a little bit about what is happening at the Bridge Experience then. Oh, well, whatever you can.
Everybody is getting naked, essentially.
They actually used to teach naked workshops.
We still do.
Which really freaked... Oh, they still do.
We still do. Yeah, it's called The Naked Truth. You're
There's
not
always another level. There's always another level,
there is.
honestly.
There absolutely is. So what's happening is, without just closing too much...
I don't want to know too much because it's freaking me out.
Yeah, it's better not to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
The best thing to know is, for those of you who are coming, including you, you will have an opportunity to face off with yourself.
And see yourself.
And see yourself in the most authentic, raw, and just open way possible. And from that space, see what you can co-create with the universe. In your leadership, in your love, in your service, in your way of being, in the way you show up to others, and you'll just get a full-bodied experience of who you actually are. Not the story you tell yourself of who you are, but who you actually are. And then you'll leave with tools to be able to show up to life in a powerful way, to be able to recreate that sense of authenticity, power, and clearing from your emotional bullshit and limiting beliefs and all of that.
Yeah. This is the Bridge Experience is an opportunity. And what tends to happen, we were reading some of the, what do you call those? The testimonials from last year, yesterday. And essentially, I mean, people leave with their lives back. That's the best way to put it, is you get your life back. Because you have to understand, you can't change what you can't see. And most people are trying to change the leaves while the roots are rotten to the core. Not I'm not saying you're all rotten or anything of that nature, but
we all have our stuff.
Everybody has their stuff, and this is not intellectual learning, even though that's happening, right? We are linguistic beings and we build with our language. But what's happening is we're in essence supporting you in a cellular learning. And you guys know, like anything else, in the game learning is 1,000 times better than actually intellectualizing it and sitting in some seminar reading notes and taking...
Which is great too.
Not that those things are bad.
Right.
It's
but
just
if you want to learn how to play tennis...
Yes. You got to get on the damn court.
You can't read about it.
Mac
read
and
it.
row.
You still need to play tennis.
Mac and row.
You still need to play tennis.
Mac and row.
But so
Serena.
Old school.
So we put
Federer.
So we put you on the court. We put you in the game for you to see how you show up over and over and over again, and create a space for you to actually choose how you want to show up in the next time.
Yes.
So you're telling your body, here's who I am. Here's who I am.
Yep.
Here's who I am.
Reprogramming.
Yeah, from a deep cellular level. Not just here, because this is powerful, but the body's actually like the majority of the body.
And building on what's already working.
Yeah.
You see, it's not about becoming, it's about revealing. And we support you in revealing what's already there. Finding those natural, the medicine that you really truly came to give to the world. And so that gets reflected back to you through some very interesting exercises that... Essentially, here's the thing, and I want you to know this as well. We have people, PhDs and super intellectual people who come, and there's no way out. Your intellect will not win in this game. No. It's a setup that will fuck you up no matter what. And so, I'm sorry I just cursed right now, that came out. But
we curse a lot, so it's fine.
The deal is like,
get used to it.
This type of work is so important because you can't change what you can't see. And we have a theme, which is how you do anything is how you do everything, and that will show up over and over again. And then we'll give you tools to be with what is showing up when your nervous system is...
in chaos and overload.
Yes.
Chaos theory.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, amazing. So we're going to wrap it up because we need to head into town to come and actually hang out with a bunch of you guys in person, which is super exciting. If any of you guys want to know more, I'll actually put the link below. The Bridge Method is happening with these guys this weekend, Bridge Experience. So, and also they're heading over to Australia. I know there's a couple of you guys from Sydney and Melbourne, so they're heading
And we're
your
almost
way.
sold out in those cities, guys.
Okay, cool.
Like we have a few seats left.
Amazing. So yeah, I'll put the link below, but I'll see a bunch of you guys tonight.
Woohoo!
And you will get a little bit more access to these guys, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Hit the hearts a little
Give
bit.
them a little bit of love before you go.
Do you guys,
He loves it.
no, not those hearts. The
Those
one,
are good too.
I like those, but I just want to know,
I don't think we're getting any of those.
do you guys not get those?
I love your
No,
cursing.
I don't know where they are.
Do you guys not?
I think it's when it's up the other way.
Abby, I love that.
No,
you
but
curse as well.
it's whoever's holding it. They
Whoever's
should be able to hit
cursing
heart
should be able to
buttons
heart.
on the side. Like and hearts.
Anyone hit a heart? Come on, you need some love.
Just give me one.
Just one.
What if
damn
I
right.
go on?
If it's not
and give
happening,
you a heart?
I think
Yes.
there you go. Like I did on your video
All right,
yesterday.
Alexi, I'll take your heart.
Okay,
I'm
there you
gonna
go.
give him one for you guys.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Lots of love.
Bye, guys.